Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is the first time that I've done a slightly different method of syncing. It's where instead of taking it from one number to a different number, and then switching it back to the original number that it was set to, I've instead skipped the first step. I've started with the different number, and then I've gone to the desired number in terms of the delay. Just for anyone who perhaps doesn't know why I even bothered doing that, the reason why is because OBS is really stupid in the actual delay so that I can be in sync with the television. So basically the game itself, to be more specific, it's required because the capture card itself has a certain delay and it's not going to be in time with the camera and the microphone, so basically I have to set a delay in OBS. And for some reason, it cannot keep that delay across the microphone and the webcam, so those two can actually go out of sync. So what I do is I actually set the delay number while streaming, and that keeps it more consistent. This is the first time, this is the last time, the opposite of what I was wanting to say is what I ended up saying, but this is the last time that I'm going to mention that, because it has been a while since I first mentioned it, and since I first started taking those steps to sync things properly, and I thought I would reiterate just now for those who perhaps were not aware. And, oh yeah, it's really annoying when I have the communications have been lost thing on the screen, so I'm going to go and take that off. For those of you, and I'm just going to get a drink set up now while I talk here, but for those of you who perhaps were watching the previous part, I would hope you were watching the previous part, you would be aware that I came across a door, or I suppose an entranceway within stone, sort of like a cave entrance, I suppose you could refer to it as. And I wasn't too sure how I was actually supposed to open that. I briefly looked online to see how I would go about doing that. And what I was able to determine was that the opening of that door coincides with a quest that I go on. And quite frankly, to my knowledge, to actually get onto that quest at all, I need to be, how do you say, talking to the people in Gerudo Town, and I do not have access to Gerudo Town right now. So what that means is that I'll have to wait until I can access Gerudo Town before getting onto that quest, and I believe it's like a bandit hideout. I was about to say band out, no. Let's not combine these words unnecessarily, Doomlink. Also, I will mention that I'm currently streaming with absolutely no natural light whatsoever. So basically, the chroma key business is a little different to what I'm used to having it be. This is the first time that I've actually streamed in such low lighting since my my very first test live stream of Demon's Souls back in January of this year. It's the first thing that I ever live streamed. And the chroma key settings were far from ideal, and I couldn't get it working any better, unfortunately. But it seems, in the time that I have done live streams since then, not through any sort of knowledge of my own, but more or less through fluke, if anything, I apparently don't have that issue anymore with the chroma key not actually working properly. So who knows? I personally blame OBS. So, yeah. There you go. Took a little while to pour that. The reason why is because it's quite, I don't know, fizzy, active, however you want to say that. We're going to have to... Yes, I do realise the chroma key, because the chroma key settings are really aggressive to have it be so that there's no staticky business behind me. Yes, my hand and the beer, or the head of the beer, does phase out of existence, and that's not really something that I can help. So when I do look at the camera, the light shines on my head in a certain way that it kind of creates a bit of a weird thing where my head is phasing out of existence. As long as I'm looking at the television, that shouldn't be appearing on my head. So I've sort of been messing around with that, and I do thank you for, I guess, bearing with me while I discuss these things before I start the Let's Play. Of course, that's one thing about live Let's Plays that I don't like, and that I would prefer not to be this way. It's the fact that it takes a little bit of time for me to get started. Normally with a Let's Play, I'm straight in there immediately. And, oh, hi Rainy and Ethan. It's good to see you guys. Sorry I didn't start responding immediately. I've been streaming for 5 minutes and didn't respond to anyone, so I feel kind of bad. But I'm now looking at the chat, and yeah. Why am I up so late? It's actually not so late for me. It's 5 p.m. So, but there's no natural light at the moment once again because the sun is setting very early, and we are approaching winter. And it is worth saying, or worth mentioning, that it is frickin' cold at the moment, and I love it. I've been waiting for this weather. And quite frankly, it could not come soon enough. Because I feel that the cold weather this year has been delayed. This time last year, or let's say a week ago, it was still quite warm. And that time last year, it was not that warm. But we're finally starting to get some cold weather again. We got a sudden Antarctic polar burst, or however you want to refer to that, I don't really know. I'm not a fucking meteorologist, as you can tell. But the point is, it got cold all of a sudden, because we're kind of close to Antarctica and stuff. So, yeah. As far as I know, the guys in the north of Australia, they're still experiencing the heat. Because needless to say, the further away you get from Antarctica, so the further north you go in Australia, the less cold it gets. But anyway, I don't know if Rainy disappeared. I think you're alone now, Ethan. Makes me wonder why people tune in the first place sometimes. Where is... Hold on. There we go. This guy is really eluding me right now. Oh my god. I think half the problem is that I'm playing like a complete idiot. Another thing that I was wanting to mention, it's like I had so many things that I wanted to talk about at the start of this recording, and I had to sort of get my thoughts together, but... Basically, I was wearing a different jacket to what I'm wearing right now. It was a, what's the best way to describe it? It's not cyan and it's not blue. It's kind of a greeny blue, but I wouldn't be able to show you guys because the reason why I'm not wearing it is because the chroma key settings make it so that I'm pretty much phasing out of existence when I wear it, like entirely. So it's kind of terrible. You're going to pass out listening to me? Sounds good, my friend. Just going to shield this guy's crap. But yeah, it is kind of late for you, I suppose, Ethan. All the other Americans are asleep for the most part. And once again, I don't know if this bow is really worth using. I don't know if it shoots 2 arrows or what. Theoretically it should, but when I tested it out in the previous part, it didn't seem to actually shoot 2 arrows. But maybe I was just not able to see it visually and I was blind or something. Yeah, maybe I was blind. That's possible. Being blind is a thing that I probably shouldn't joke about, but I'm, you know, always doing that. Hard of seeing. You know how people say hard of hearing? I'm hard of seeing. Does it make any sense? I don't know. But our current, I guess, task or goal is to continue exploring the Gerudo Desert, because we haven't fully explored it yet. Gerudo Town is still a place that we need to actually enter, and this dickhead here is someone that we need to talk to. We've already talked to him. In fact, I've talked to him multiple times, and yet this objective does not update. So therefore I can only think that what that guy is referring to when we talk to him, which is the fact that there is a guy walking around between some marketplace, forgot the name, it's like the Kara marketplace, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I remember it because it's a really stupid name, like everything else in this fucking game. But, yeah, there's a guy who knows how to get into Gerudo Town. In other words, he knows how to cross-dress. So we basically need to go through the desert. This is my interpretation of my objective, at the very least. We need to go through the desert, find a cross-dressing man between the Gerudo Town and the marketplace, and basically have him teach us how to dress like a woman, which is going to be really good. But, oh, you think there's a requirement to get 2 arrows? I've got no idea. But one thing that I can tell you is that I need to blow my nose, and I will be back in just a moment. and I returneth. Ugh. Anyway. So, once again, we do need to actually find that person. And once again, I have absolutely no guarantee that that's even what I have to do right now. Which kind of bothers me, because you have a task, but you don't know exactly what that task is, so you just go and hope that what you're doing is actually what you're supposed to be doing. And, of course, the big downside to all of that is that, well, hopefully you're not wasting your time. That is something that I'm a bit worried about. But anyway, let's just hope that we're not wasting time, and that this is indeed what we need to do. At the very least, it will give me peace of mind once I have fully explored the desert. I can say pretty comfortably, hey, I don't think there's anything left in this desert to be explored, so... There we go. The beer that I have today, of course, is Chimay Rouge, and I was intending on drinking that bottle along with the other one that I had yesterday when I was recording Demon Souls, but it was sort of setting off my throat, so I didn't have another bottle, just had one. And I was drinking it so slowly during that stream that I didn't even finish the whole bottle in like an hour and a half or however long I was recording for that day. Which is unlike me. But anyway, not even sure which direction we should go in. I think we should try to go as far west as we possibly can, and then go south from there. That's probably what we'll do. Because if I can sort of demonstrate the direction we went before, we came from this tower, we went down to the labyrinth, and I think we returned to the tower. So we didn't go from the labyrinth to the town. We went from the tower to the town in kind of a straight direction, possibly. I think we went into here, and then we could see from this position stuff in the distance. So I went to the town through there, and then after that we went in this direction, trying to, I guess, access this place. In the meantime, I got caught up in a little shrine quest, of sorts anyway, where I had to sort of find this shrine in a dust storm, which has now cleared because I completed the shrine. And, or actually it's more that it cleared because I discovered the shrine. There was nothing for me to really do in the shrine. I just sort of walked in, took a spirit orb, walked out. So essentially I've gone all through here, and then nothing south of that. So we have all of this to pretty much explore now. All of where I'm moving right here. We haven't been through there yet. So aside from the fact that we haven't explored that yet, we also have a place that we need to find that was mentioned by that person who is currently being marked on our map here. That is the marketplace, where the cross-dressing aficionado sort of hangs around. Or at the very least, that person marked on our map was expecting that person to be arriving at the town at some point, some undisclosed point in time, and he would be coming from the market. So I don't know. My theory back then, and it's still my theory now, was that we would find the marketplace, draw a line between the marketplace and the town, and then follow that line, and hopefully we'd actually meet the guy along the way. Will that work? I don't know. But we won't know until we try. Which is a good motto for life. I'm about to collide with a stone thing. And I do apologise for my hand phasing out of existence. There's not much I can do about that. I can assure you that you would much prefer that over my background looking terrible. Again, if you don't know what that looks like, then try to find my Demon Souls live stream, or test stream, my Demon Souls test stream from January of this year. That's what it would look like if I didn't optimize my chroma key settings for my green screen. It sucks, and is not pleasant to look at. What's this? A knight's bow. Something that I don't need. Don't you dare. He was getting ready to electrocute me with his big horn. I don't like big horns, I prefer small soft horns, but anyway. This is a location where we couldn't really navigate properly before, because it was kind of a big dust storm and we couldn't see anything. I suppose I should call it a sandstorm. It's a frickin' desert, not some dust place or dusty place. There is a difference between dust and sand. And I think it has to do with... wait, why am I hot again? The hell do you want from me? I will take off the warm doublet, because it's not necessary for me to have it on. But what gets me is it makes no frickin' difference as to whether or not I'm being affected by the heat. Would it not make sense to you guys that if you're wearing something that is suited for the cold, you would therefore be affected by the heat negatively more? That would make sense to me. I can't go any farther. Really? I see. So, because I actually can't move my cursor, we're going to call it a cursor for lack of a better term, because I can't actually move it further than this, our character can't progress further than this. It's slightly less annoying than having the King of Red Lions going, "You can't go this way." I think I'd prefer a little bit of text on the screen saying you can't go this way instead. Just some sort of disembodied voice or something like that. Something arbitrary. I don't mind that. But if some guy's like, "No, you can't go this way," it makes me think, well, why not? Just let me go. I feel like if it's a person telling me that I can't, I can basically say to that person, "No, fuck off." And it's because of that person specifically that I can't continue, and it bothers me. Yeah. What I'm trying to do right now is not have my vision blurred. See, look at that. We know now that if we continue... Okay, that... Hold on. Is that not too far? Hold on, I can't be going insane. We can't even access that guy, that Lizalfos. He's too far west. Or he's not. He is right on the border, this guy. Look at this. He's actually right on the edge. Crazy. Can you relax and maybe come over here and have a bit of a fight? Oh, he's about to hit me, I think. Well, he was. Can you stop? Okay, he completely ignores my shield, apparently, when he attacks, which is really, really nice. I love it when that happens. Okay, we'll have... no. Not raw meat. We'll have raw prime meat. Once again, I don't understand why Link is eating raw meat. That completely fails to register in my brain as something sensible. You are so dead, I swear to God, mate. Whoa! Am I actually evading this right now? That's insane. How did I even do that? I was pretty much getting hit with the flames for the entirety of the time. Fucking top tier play, mate. And these things are getting blown away. Which is fine, because I wanted to go in this direction anyway. I don't like having my vision impaired. According to myself, I can't see what I'm doing normally anyway. I'm hard of seeing. So if I have this frickin' sandstorm, yes. I actually hesitated when I said sandstorm, because I thought, wait, am I saying dust storm or sandstorm? Because I want to say sandstorm. But I went to say sandstorm and I paused anyway. It's like, I can't win no matter what. So maybe I should just stop talking and go to sleep and never wake up. So, I do say that as a joke, by the way. I'm not in any way inclined to think that that's a good idea. But, anyway. There's something going on in the grass over here. I'm going to ignore that. Not really interested in it. Oh, hello. You came out of nowhere. Just going to make sure that I hit you so much that you're not going to be able to affect me with your stupid horn. I don't know if it's a sort of last resort attack of his, or if it's completely random whether or not he actually strikes his horn in the ground or whatever he does. Maybe he thrusts it into the air and creates some AoE or whatever. Someone next door is making bashing sounds. Thank you for that. I love it when people sabotage my recordings. Molduga. Okay, so apart from the fact that this is literally Mulgera, should I... Okay, let's save, seriously. I haven't done a manual save this entire recording. That's probably not ideal. We're about halfway through now. Come on, Mulgera. I can't really hear the music, but I hope it's funky, like the Mulgera theme. Oh my god, this thing's gonna eat me. Look at this. Holy Jesus! I barely even got to look at that thing. See? I can see its open face. It looks like a frog. Anyway. Obviously, saving was the right decision, but... What the fuck? So I can see the point where I died, and I can see a Lizalfos hiding, or should I say hiding, in plain sight. Can he traverse that? He can traverse that. He's not at all concerned by the fact that there is a frickin' raised piece of earth. That's a great way to describe that. Yeah, I can tell that it looks really different from Mulgera, but the point that I was making, first and foremost, I didn't see the thing. I could only see it burrowing under the sand. So first and foremost, it's a creature that's burrowing under the sand that is rather large. It's considered a boss monster. 2 similarities. Third similarity is Molduga, or whatever it is, and Mulgera are very similar names, so there you go. But I can see that... well, I described it as being a frog, and yeah, Mulgera is not a frog. I really want to kill this thing before... Frog... hold on. Can I shield that or what? You are so insufferable, do you know that? Anyway, I just want to relax and kill some Lizalfos. And this thing is making life really hard. I do apologise again for my chroma key, but it is a necessity that I do this. Alright, now that we've got some watermelons, not hydromelons, watermelons, that's what they're called, we can get the hell out of here. I think we're safe as long as the health bar of the monster doesn't appear on the screen. So, yeah, we'll do another manual save. Oh my god. No, don't save again. But yeah, seriously, not a fan of that thing. So my Moonlight Scimitar is badly damaged. Moving on to the next one. We are going in order of weakest to strongest in terms of our weapon choice. I was hoping that I'd be able to get out of the range of that, and that did not work at all. Pick up both of those things. No, you bloody don't. I'll pick up that forked boomerang, which kind of sucks. Don't think I need a shield right now. In fact, I don't think I can pick it up. A reinforced Lizzle shield. You can stay on the ground, my friend. That is what you can do. Guess I'll have to heal again. I am starting to grow concerned that I am running out of healing wares. It is annoying. But I think I'm finally out of that really hot area. Now it's cold! God, this freaking game cannot make up its mind. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it... I don't know what it is. But apparently it's cold again, so time for the warm doublet. Now I'm not doing as much damage. Very sad. I mean, come on, the sun only just disappeared and now it's cold already. Bloody hell. Although that's probably how it works, so I shouldn't give the game too much shit for it. Can you hit that bloody slime? And there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to affect them. I'm out of regular arrows now. I'll switch to fire arrows, but I won't shoot arrows now. Because I don't want to consume too many of them unnecessarily. These guys are dealing a lot of damage. I need to shield this and be very careful. Is he trying to intimidate me? For the love of my ass. Okay, time for some roasted bass. And then, I don't really want to overdo it. An energizing elixir. That's been sitting in my inventory for a long time. I'll have a spicy pepper. Oh, it helps me resist the cold, apparently. I should probably keep those in my inventory. I don't know how much they would help me on Mount Lanayru, actually. But anyway. I'll have a mighty banana. Well, it's actually mighty bananas plural, even though it's a single unit of mighty bananas. What is this thing? A rusty claymore. And it was doing that much damage to me? You've got to be having a laugh. I'm going to whip this thing out just so I can send you flying, and then that's it. And then you can kind of immediately get a follow-up. This thing's pissing me off already. I'm going to drop it. It's just wasting a slot in my inventory. I'm going to drop this, equip the Lizzle forked boomerang, and guess what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to throw this fucking thing at your face. Yeah, and then it comes back to me as well. Hey, this thing's great. I've never really used a boomerang as a weapon properly. Just because I'm from Australia doesn't mean I'm, you know, going to be doing that stuff. I was actually talking in-game though, not in real life. Ooh, you just did a backflip, mate. Well, at least you died in a cool way. What's with all the rusty weapons? These guys usually carry better stuff than this. Obviously not in the desert. They're not paid as well in the desert, I hear. Whoa. Whoa, he stopped being electrified. That's really cool. So, they're pretty much the same as the choo-choos in the other games, where they don't stay electrified forever. At least, unless it's... I meant the yellow one specifically. You do have the blue choo-choos who stay electrified for the whole time. I do not need to get gang raped by these guys. That is not really on the agenda. Let's pick up a thing that just dropped. Was that it? It was. It's half buried in the sand. I thought it was something a lot smaller than that because I can only Guys, relax, please. Let's all calm down. I'm going to whip out a very, very strong weapon and kill you all. Maybe the Lizzle Tri-Boomerang will do the job. Okay. Maybe I should toss this thing at them. Oh yeah. Yummy. That's freaking cool. Get over here, come to die, etc, etc. Whatever intimidating phrases I can speak. Ugh. Die, sir. I do apologise for the background noise. Hopefully it will not do that for much longer. Because background noise is annoying and slightly distracting. Even more so when I mention it. I'm not really thinking that I was about to say that the boomerang attack does not do much damage, and then I actually dealt quite a decent percentage of his health there. With that last throw. That was pretty good. I was happy with that. Okay. Now what are we doing? We cleared out the camp, the Lizzle camp, or the Lizzle camp if you want to sound more cool about it. I don't know. A soup ladle. I can use this as a weapon. Wow. Can you actually use this for cooking in any way? Because I know there's a cooking system in this game, but I don't think you actually need an item for it. Fire arrow times 10. I'm definitely down with that. I'm down for any sort of arrow pickup, because I do find them pretty useful, and I seem to run out of them a lot. I think one time I went to some guy's shop, it might have been Beetle's shop, and I bought as many arrows as he actually had on his person, and they only lasted me a short amount of time. So it's, quite frankly, it's just not good enough. So, yeah. I ended up moving really far east as compared to where I wanted to be, so let's get back on course. And what is this seal? It is a sand seal. What the hell? I don't want to attack you guys. I would like to think that you guys are docile and not territorial or anything like that. Because I love seals in real life and I would not want to... Oh, not Muldugger again. I'm calling him Muldugger. So I sound real Aussie when I refer to it, but yeah. God damn it. These Stalfos are pissing me off. Oh, I've got no freaking weapon in my hand. I'm wondering, why am I not attacking? That might be the reason. What did you just shoot? An arrow? Yeah, I need these. I wonder if you could just bait them into shooting you for a really long time and just amass all of your arrows that way. That would be kind of cool. But I'm not too interested in hanging around with you guys. At least not for that long. I can see a Lizzlephos in the distance. I think I'm going to go and say hello to him. Let's have these crabs. I'll just pull these crabs out of my pocket and eat them. Yeah. What confuses me is that they were alive when I just randomly put them in my pocket. Did they die while in my pocket? Am I eating them alive? What am I doing exactly? I can see that this Lizzlephos is carrying a very good weapon, so I'm going to both be careful and also commit to killing this thing. I need to be careful because he's going to deal a lot of damage to me. He's using a Knight's Claymore. I knew I recognized the design. Alright, let's whip out the Thunderblade. Whew, I love this thing. He's probably quite resistant to thunder though, so I maybe shouldn't use it on him. We'll use a Lizzle Tri-Boomerang. No, not that. Oh, we'll use a Fire Arrow as well, why not? Did you just see that? That was freaking funny. Don't you... Oh, I wanted to grab his sword off him. That didn't work out. And he's going to grab it before I can get it. Nice. Very cool. I like the Lizzle Boomerangs. I haven't really been making use of them. But they're actually kind of cool when you throw them like that. I'm sure that there are other boomerangs as well that deal damage. Outside of the Lizzle Boomerangs. Why do you appear no matter where I go? Can you just stop? Leave me the hell alone. I'll do another manual save. Definitely important. I'll stream for another 5 or 10 minutes. Or I'll continue this Let's Play video for another 5 or 10 minutes, however I want to put that. I'm really sick of... Now moving there. I'm losing my sense of direction like you wouldn't believe because of this stupid sand crocodile or whatever it is. It's not a crocodile. It has a head like a frog. And it's got the body of a fat crocodile thing. Reminds me of Jen Moran, but a very ugly Jen Moran who looks more like a frog. Anyway, aside from that, I think I'm on target again. Look. That's him, isn't it? Maybe it's not him. No, it is him. Moldugger. Really stupid name. But it's Breath of the Wild, so I shouldn't be surprised. Apparently, having absolutely just bottom-of-the-barrel dog shit names for everything is the theme of this game, so that's alright. Moldugger. It is a camp of Bokoblins. And they're gonna wreck my shit. So let's just get out of here. Now I've got Lizzlefoes after me. This is not the turn of events that I was looking for. Whoa, that worked out in my favour. How can a skeleton be so fast? Can you just relax a little bit? And it's also daytime, so you're not allowed to be alive still, so go away. You're supposed to burn in the sunlight. Or is this not Ocarina of Time that I'm playing right now? Speaking of which, I will be starting the Ocarina of Time livestream playthrough fairly soon. North Dragon's Exile. Is that the location that we're in right now? North Dragon's Exile. I don't know. Apparently I'm at risk of being attacked by this thing because the health bar's on the screen, but it is no longer on the screen, so that worked out for... Why do you reappear in different places every single time I'm in your attack range? Like, it's from... Look where I last died, guys. Look how much distance this thing is traveling. And I don't even think it's a case of the thing following me. I think if I just enter its attack range, it just fucking teleports to wherever I am. And it's really annoying. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, is it coming after me or what? It's not coming after me anymore. Once again, yeah, that is what it is. I wasn't sure if that was Moldugger, but it is. I don't even know how to refer to it. Moldugger? Molduga. Molduga, it's a dugong. Okay, that makes more sense. Molduga. Okay. Maybe? Is it a dugong? Yes, it must be, because those seals must have been the minion enemies of that guy, so it's a giant sand dugong. I just couldn't really see what the fuck it was. It had a frog face, so... The first thing that comes to my mind when I'm looking at a thing with a frog face isn't dugong. So, yeah. And you have to understand that the similarities between the word dugong and Molduga, they don't really come to mind when this game is full of stupid African-sounding words. I'm not saying that all African words are stupid, but it's just out of place. And not in any way suitable for a game that you're supposed to be... It's neither English or Japanese, it's just some weird African shit, and I don't appreciate it. The African language is perfectly fine, but It's awkward when I'm playing a game in English and everything's like in African. It's like, hello? I don't know. I don't want to sound insensitive when I say that. It's just, it's awkward to say things like, let's have a look. Dila mag, ishtoso, owadaim, kenamut, kemazus. It's all shit. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not pleasant to say when you're trying to speak English. I don't know. No, get out of the range of that, which didn't work. I should use the boomerang capabilities of this thing. That way, I don't actually have to get close to the thing and be in harm's way. Don't you dare, mate. It seems that, depending on where it hits the enemy, more damage is dealt, which is good. I don't need any of his Lizzle stuff. And he's also using one of the weaker boomerangs, so... God, you travel far. Seems that no matter where I go, I'm in your frickin' strike zone. It's unfair. God damn it. Whatever. There's a landmark. Okay. And I can see that the dust storm over there is being produced by that... what's it called again? It's not ancient technology, it's a guardian, I think, maybe. I don't really know. Stop it. Oh, I'm in the Arbiter's grounds now. That's interesting. So, despite the Arbiter's grounds being located... Or maybe it is kind of similar to where it was located in Twilight Princess. Where was it? Wasn't it much further north? So let's pretend that the Gerudo Desert here is the same as the one in Twilight Princess. I think the Arbiter's grounds is more where Gerudo Town is. I don't know. And also, why am I going north all of a sudden? My sense of direction is ball sack right now. And describing something as being ball sack is kind of ridiculous. Oh, hello. Did I end up doing a manual save? Because I meant to. I don't want to get sent back really far. But it seems like this time, out of all the times recently where I've been in his strike zone, he decided to come for me, so thanks, Molduga. He's a bloody asshole. Where am I? Oh shit, look at that. I just went all that way for nothing. Oh, insufferable is the word that comes to mind. Whatever. So we'll continue back in the direction we were just travelling. I mean, once again, thank God for manual saves, but when you don't do the manual save, sometimes you can get smacked in the face by how far you have to go after having died. And it is worth mentioning that I don't really die very much in Zelda games, but I die a lot in Breath of the Wild. Like, yeah, it's kind of awkward how much I die in Breath of the Wild. It happens just constantly. Anyway, I won't dwell on that fact. Or at the very least, I'll try not to. So, I think I saw a Lizzlefoss. Yeah, there you are. But I'm not going to go and fight you. I don't really care about you. Oh, rock people. By the way, I've kind of explored all around here now. I'm getting to the point where I've explored the entirety of the desert. And the only landmark that I've seen, really, in this whole area is Gerudo Town, and that place directly north of where I am right now. I shouldn't even say north. It's not north, it's east, southeast of my current position. I meant straight ahead, but I said north instead because I don't know, I'm mentally retarded, what can I say? Do another manual save. Because you never know when that giant sand dugong can just come out of nowhere and bite your face. And instant kill you. It's great. It's my favourite thing. We're getting to the point where I want to end this part, but I'm going to try and get to that landmark before we do that. There's no guarantee that that landmark, as I refer to it, is even going to be of any use to me or have any relevance, but we'll have to see. If it's not there, then the marketplace has to be in this undiscovered sector right here. So, because once again, the marketplace is what I'm trying to find right now. So I will try to find it. But again, I'm not really seeing anything that resembles a marketplace here. But it is a landmark, so I need to discover it and see what's going on. I think there is an oasis, maybe? Looked like there was... It is an oasis. Okay, so for some reason on my mini-map, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there is water. But here there is not water. Oh no, there is water, it's just covered by the writing in the thing. Anyway. It's not that I could see water. Oh, fuck off! I'm trying to just leave me alone. So annoying. Seriously. Who has the patience for this bastard? I certainly don't. You're not going to catch me up here, I know that much. May as well give up while you still can. No, I'm not going to threaten him. There's not much I can do to him at this stage. Bomb arrows? Maybe I could bomb arrow him to death. Maybe this is a place for me to fight him, who knows? Where is he? If they're giving me bomb arrows and I've got Molduga after me, but I happen to be in a location where he probably can't reach me, then maybe I actually want to fight him from here. It's possible. If it looks like that is the case, then I'll probably end the video and do it in part 40. But who knows? Where are you? There you are, you little prick. He's not really little. Yeah, totally. Look at that. I did not really see that do any damage at all. So if he jumps out again, I'll be ready with a bomb arrow. And for some reason it can just sort of be sparking here like this. I guess it's not like a timed thing. It's instead impact based. Seriously, I'm going to die from the heat by the time this thing just comes out of the fucking earth. I'm not entirely impressed with the fact that I'm constantly losing health, but I'm sure it's mainly due to my own stupidity that I'm allowing myself to lose health like this unnecessarily. Most likely. Do it again! I paid for this whale watching service, and by God, I will see a whale. I'll see a whale breaching more specifically. Hurry up! This is the worst whale watching service. I regret spending however much money on this. There we go. That's a little bit of something. Now, what I'm going to do is actually return. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to use my fire arrows at this point, so I'm not wasting my bomb arrows. I don't know. Yeah, I think I ended up wasting my bomb arrows unnecessarily. I think this is certainly working in my favor, guys. Cool. So what we're going to do is load the previous save because I was using my bomb arrows kind of unnecessarily. I want to use the bomb arrow as a means to get him out of the sand, not as a means of damaging him when he's out of the sand already. Because that gives me 14 attempts, if I'm timing it right, that is, to actually get him out of the sand. And it's too dangerous for me to actually go down and attack him manually, because he's too freaking far away, so we're not going to do that. So, having said that, I thank you all for watching. This has been part 39 for my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the next part, part 40, we will be taking on Molduga. And I don't know how that's going to go, but just previously I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to kill him yet, but as I suspected, this is actually a battleground for fighting the giant dugong creature. And if I do kill him, that will make... It won't be the first, I guess, boss monster that I've killed in the game, but it will be one of the first, and it will be the first of his magnitude or size, or however I want to refer to that I have killed. So that will be cool. I'll be doing that in part 40. I thank you all for joining me for this iteration of the live stream Let's Play series. And I will catch you all later.